What's happening, y'all? I'm back as the resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington, and I am here with my review for Prequel on Hulu. Now, if you have not seen this yet, come on back because it will be spoilers. First and foremost, let me say thank you to everybody who subscribed and joined along ever since watching the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer reaction I did with Martin Morrow. Make sure y'all go follow him over at Martin M. Morrow on everything. Thank you, everybody been watching the reviews for the boys, everything else. I will be doing the Harley Quinn reviews, Doom Patrol, etc. by myself. Person I used to do one with, I don't rock with that person no more, so I'm gonna be having other special guests and all that stuff, so we're gonna come and do those. So my thoughts on those be here. For those who also new, if you haven't seen anything else since the Wakanda Forever trailer reaction, you know I'm gonna speak from the heart on some things. You know what I'm saying? I might hurt feelings, but I ain't never trying to be just disingenuous and being just blatantly disrespectful. And I feel like I need to say that because I'm finna talk about this movie. And when I say that, let me let you know first and foremost, I fucking loved this movie. This movie in the Predator franchise, to me, is arguably number 2. There's the first Predator, then this one. I know somebody say, yo, well, what about Predator 2? It might come right after that, but nonetheless. Shouts out to Disney and 20th Century Studios for sending this to me a while ago to watch it. I had got a chance to start it, didn't get a chance to finish it, but I got a chance over the weekend. I've been so busy, and being busy is good when I'm productively busy. And so watching this was amazing. I want to, before I go into like full thoughts, this, that, and the third, let me just address the bullshit that we've all been seeing. I've been seeing a lot of people try to say this movie wasn't good. Or they trying their hardest to find shit wrong with it. And it seems like it's the overwhelming collective that everybody want to be mad that the hero, the protagonist, is a woman. Amber Mid-Thunder is fucking amazing in this movie as Naru. Also, I highly recommend you watch both versions, the English dub and the Comanche dub. There is so much that is gone in translation from the Comanche dub. When you watch it in Comanche, you're like, oh, okay, this seems so much better. You know, because I like to watch things in closed captioning to make sure I got a full understanding sometimes of what I saw and what I heard. I digress. I've seen people go so far as saying, oh, they just trying to pander to the women's movement and making women warriors and heroes and shit like that. And first and foremost, there have been women who have been warriors, who have been iconic figures throughout history. The fuck are you talking about? Number 2, this is me keeping it 100. What the fuck is the problem with that if that is the case? If making a woman hero to make a woman's movement. Fellas, for those of y'all that seem to go into this real Hotep-ish, hyper-masculine shit, bro. Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. We, as men, have had the lead heroes in pretty much every fucking thing. The majority of the Predator franchises focus on a guy dealing with the creature. Yes, you have Sanaa Lathan's in Alien versus Predator, and it was okay, but I wanted more. And then we're not gonna talk about Requiem because we all were just like, why in the fuck is this a thing? But Predators, yeah, you had Elise Brock, I believe, along with Adrian Brody's nose. Like, them both were fighting the Predators. And so to have Naru in this and to watch her story, because there has always been historical stories of women in various tribes who have wanted to prove they are just as good as the men. There have been women who have not just wanted to be not just to be gatherers, but wanted to be the hunters. Yes, hunter-gatherers are a thing in all type of prehistoric and ancient tribes. You can do historical research on that. The fact y'all feel real, like you gotta feel hella threatened by this. I saw a dude made a fucking post on the Bird app, Twitter, and said, there is no way that a woman can beat the Predator with primitive fucking weapons. I'm sorry, did you not see the first movie? How do you think Arnold Schwarzenegger beat him? He beat him with a log on a vine, okay? That was the purpose of the movie, that even the most machoist of men in an elite special forces unit could not defeat this creature with all type of weapons. Y'all remember bringing out old Painless? The thing shot 90 million goddamn rounds, and all it did was barely scratch this nigga. But it took him making making vines and daggers and arrows and everything out of wood, out of nature, and defeated him with primitive weapons. So tell me how a woman who is training, and we see her training and honing her hunting skills, cannot hunt a hunter. Tell me how. Because if you really want to have some help, if you really want to have some validation to your argument, her brother, who becomes war chief Tabe, helps out. But he also acknowledges even earlier in the film when he caught and killed this lion that she helped. He used her plan. So they have worked together to do that. They worked together to kill the creature. You know, in one situation, the first situation with the lion, you know, you have Naru sets up the plan and everything, being on a tree, etc., etc. And then, unfortunately, she slips and gets knocked unconscious. Tabe finishes the job. Tabe starts off with the predator, and Naru finishes the job. What are y'all talking about? This movie is set in the 1700s. The Comanche tribe is a thing. We see the Frenchmen coming and some of the English being fur traders. We see they skin buffalo and all these other things. We also see how the fact the predator, again, he will not hunt whatever he does not feel is worth hunting. If it is too small and not a threat, it is not worth it. It is not game for him. So Naru, for the beginning of the film, is not game, and it actually hurts her because she feels like she's always said she could hunt. She has the tomahawk, where she's always trying to utilize it, to the point where she put the rope on the end of it. What are y'all upset about? Stop trying to tell me, man, bro, you gotta see they pushing an agenda. What fucking agenda? I say this as a man with a son and a daughter. What agenda? Are you mad that every single thing you watch now is not at the lead in the forefront by someone of the same gender as you know what I mean? Like, what's the problem? Stop telling me a woman couldn't defeat a predator. Stop telling me that. Because one of the things she even said when she talks about the dam, she was like, yo, you know how you got a dam, blah, 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 the beaver, he chewed his leg off. And then when her and her brother were trapped together to be used as bait for the predator, and that there was the bear trap at the bottom. And then, you know, remember she dropped the rock to break the thing, and her brother thought she was going to use it to claw their arm off because she was talking about how the beaver bit his own chew through his own leg. And she was like, I'm smarter than a beaver. I'm smarter than a predator. Sometimes a hunter isn't thinking on everything, and she did. She was well versed in a variety of skills, from her hunting ability, even her gathering skills, her medicinal abilities. What I don't get it, y'all. I say a lot of that because, again, I know it's gonna be somebody in these comments gonna be mad. I just know it. I always say in every trailer reaction, review, whatever I do, I always make sure I say at the end, please keep it civil. We're talking about sometimes non-realistic things, whether it be comic book movies, TV shows, etc., and people still try to just have these over-the-top ass opinions, so I know it's going to come in this one. Yo, you see the development of this woman as a hero throughout the film. People always be like, yo, we don't see her training to try to fight. We didn't see her learning how to be a full trainer. You never see a fucking predator train. All you know is this big-ass alien with a size 96 foot comes down, can camouflage itself and starts murdering shit. You watch a predator have to square up with a wolf. And also the predator's a whole bitch against the wolf. Why? Because the predator stayed cloaked the whole time. The predator stayed cloaked against the wolf. For the majority of the part, the predator stayed cloaked against the bear, which also, man, let me tell you something. I'm a hip-hop fan, and I was very pissed off when I heard that Mystical once again had been arrested for sexual assault, because I was like, yo, when I do this review, I'm going to be able to use, like, if you ever see me in the forest fighting with a grizzly bear, help the bear, I was going to be able to use that, and then have a lot of things pop to it, and now, because this nigga, I can't. By the way, I got it out regardless, but it was just like, fuck, I'm upset. This nigga, lock that nigga under jail. I digress. Somebody else, speaking of the bear, somebody else, literally, a dude, a very fluorescent dude, a male sapien dude, was like, have we not come a long way that we couldn't have practical effects in Predator? Why we gotta have a CGI bear when we got real bears out there? Nigga, what? We really gonna try to nitpick and reach on things. The fact that we couldn't use a real bear. So are you telling me that in The Revenant, the bear that practically fucked Leonardo DiCaprio was a real bear? Is that what you telling me? Because I'm not understanding a lot of y'all argument on social media. Just be open and honest. You are mad that the main figure of this movie is a woman against the predator. Just be honest. I saw somebody comment and say, man, she acted like a teenager of today and not a woman in the 1700s. How in the fuck do you know what a woman in the 1700s acted like? A lot of you all's quote unquote rationale and reasoning makes absolutely no sense. This is a solid, good ass movie that tells a damn good story. You get the nod to the first film when her and her brother's together. If it bleeds, we can kill it. You get the nod to Predator 2 with the Raphael Andolini pistol. You get the homage. You get certain things. What are y'all complaining about? The story, first of all, the story is an alien comes to Earth and hunts game. The game he hunts is something that can hunt back, but in a variety of ways. Special Forces unit in the first one, a cop in the second one, the aliens in Alien versus Predator, both of those, other elite hunters, mercenaries, killers, etc. in Predators. What are we talking about? That is the plot of all these films. And all of these films hold to the plot. Now, some of them may have different things. Just like, nah. Everyone had their own thoughts and expectations of what Alien versus Predator would be. And so that's what stands on its own. Predators, I get it. You're taking a bunch of people it's captured and put on its own gaming planet where it hunts people. But when it comes to this, it's set in the 1700s. It happens to go against a Comanche tribe. Again, warriors, hunters, gatherers. A hunter wants to hunt. We see how many of the men of the Comanche, when they are hunting the lion, they talk about the hunt. He doesn't want to be baited. He wants to hunt. Things like that. Where is the problem? But because a woman who is wanting to prove herself, a lot of people are acting as if that is not a thing. Now, I do get it. There are some women too who feel the same way. But again, let us not act like historically there have not been women out there who have been just as dominant as men. This is historically accurate. I'm not talking about this movie in particular. So to act as if a woman cannot be that case in this film, I don't understand it. Because here's probably one of the biggest things, if you can't tell. I look like I just got out of prison, work out a decent amount, kind of fit, kind of fat, try to keep myself together, urban gladiator, professional wrestler, all these, bounce at a nightclub. But guess what? Me seeing a woman beat the dog shit out the Predator and fight him and have to go tooth and nail does not, and outsmart him at the end, tricks him into shooting his arrows that he knows that she realizes will target and go wherever his helmet identifies the target to trick him. It does not hinder and harm me. This movie is a solid film. You want to know where I was nervous? When you told me it was the director of 10 Cloverfield Lane. That's when I got nervous. That's when I got scared of the film. And then again, go back and watch the trailer reaction that I did. I was like, yo, I'm here. When I watched this mark pick up a bear. And I'm watching her throw the tomahawk and flick it back. Watch the Predator take the knife, flick, bop, boom, stab shit out of dude. So, where's the problem? Stop telling me, oh, you're trying to get rid of men, blah, blah, blah. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's just opening up opportunities and opening up views and perspectives and also more stories for a wider range of an audience. So, yes, my review overall may seem like a rant. My review overall may seem like I'm angry at the bullshit I'm seeing. But when I say my collective review, I dug this movie. I had to give this movie a scale, a rating of 1 to 5. I'm giving it damn near a 4.75, 4.85. I don't know what I can't find really flawed, but I don't like to give everything a perfect 5 sometimes. I was doing that a lot with a lot of the comic book shows. Probably shouldn't have did that all the time. But I digress. I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. As I stated earlier, let's keep it civil. I'm talking about a movie about a fucking alien that comes to Earth and hunts and gets hunted. A motherfucking alien, okay? Let's realize that, all right? While you're here, subscribe to the channel, please. Click on the notification bell when you find out I'm dropping more videos. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to get this over 10K hump. Trying to do this because casting directors and producers, all this shit, they want to see you got these numbers. So please do that. at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington, all right? I got the Mads Heighten podcast where I get you caught up on all the things that happen in the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universes. It is Barbershop Talk for Nerds. Come on in the convo. That convo is coming back soon, and I have a special announcement to make about that very, very soon as well. So stay tuned for that. I got a bunch of stand-up shows and everything else I got going on, so please rock with your boy. I will holler at y'all next time. Thank you for listening to your boy get it all off his chest. Holler at y'all later. I'm out. Bye.